sprint start. The full sprint start consists of 19 strokes. You would use the full sprint start if, really and only if, your workout begins on the rowing machine, and this is the start that you would use to start off your workout with a flywheel that is not moving. So the machine hasn't been used by someone else before, and you are starting your workout on a fresh machine that's at a stopped position. The 19 strokes can be split up into 3 different components. The first 4 strokes, we call it, the sequence is half, half, 3/4 full, and that is to get the machine moving, get the flywheel spinning as fast and as efficiently as possible. That's the first piece, half, half, 3/4 full. That sequence of half, half, 3/4 full is not like set in stone. It's just something that I got from my days rowing in college. It's what the sequence that our coach used. Other coaches use different sequences, but that's kind of an easy half, half, 3/4 full. It's like a gradual increase in your stroke. I'll go through those first four details of those first 4 strokes with you. The second piece, so after those first 4, we have what we call high 5. And those 5 strokes, you're going as hard and as fast as possible. You're hoping to have as much grace inside those strokes as possible, but it's not your top priority. Your top priority with those 5 strokes are to go as hard and as fast as you can. Those 5 strokes right there in the middle, that is set to get your body primed and ready to move. You are essentially utilizing stored energy that will be lost if you don't use it. So we are using it to our advantage to bring down the average split on our monitor for said piece, for said workout. So we've got half, half, 3/4 full, high 5. We've got the machine started, we've got our body started, and the final 10 strokes, those 10 strokes are used to dial in the power, intensity, and stroke rate that we want to be working in for the remainder of our time on the rowing machine. And so those are the 3 components of the full sprint start. Half, half, 3/4 full, high 5, and then we call it a power 10, but it's that power 10 is where you are essentially dialing in how you want to spend the rest of your time on the machine. Okay, let's start at the beginning. Half, half, 3/4 full. I'm going to go slow motion through this half stroke. The half stroke starts not all the way up at the front end of your stroke, but back just a bit, enough to get the full bottom of your foot flat against the foot stretchers. Our hands are holding onto the handle, but the handle moves back a little bit. So we're not all the way up here. We're not at full compression, but we are in a position where we feel super connected to the machine and super powerful. That half stroke starts here and ends with the legs straight and the glutes engaged, right? So half stroke is this, half. We do another one, half, okay? And then when we go to 3/4, we're still at this position where we started that half stroke, okay, with the bottom of our feet flat up against the foot stretchers. When we lengthen out, we lengthen our legs, we squeeze the glutes, and in this stroke, we are going to swing the shoulders back. We're essentially lengthening out the stroke kind of on the back side, okay? So those 3 strokes look like this, half, half, 3/4. okay? The fourth stroke is a full stroke, okay? Half, half, three-quarters, full. So, half, half, three-quarters. This time I'm coming all the way up and coming all the way back. Full stroke. Half, half, three-quarters, full. Now, we can be powerful, and we should be powerful during those 4 strokes. So when you teach your class, go over the sequence, tell them where to start and finish each of those mini strokes. Half, half, three-quarters, full. And then add some power. So full bore, first 4 strokes looks like this. Half, half, three-quarters, full. Okay? Half, half, three-quarters, full. The next segment are our high 5. We're going as hard and as fast as possible. We're trying to get the highest stroke rate we can see, the lowest split we can see. So half, half, three-quarters, full, high 5 looks like this. Half, half, three-quarters, full, high 5. Little sloppy, doesn't matter. It's not our priority. Fast and hard. I got my stroke rate up to like 44. Okay, it's fast. Where do we go from there? We go into our power 10. And in this case, power doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be working as hard, as powerfully as possible. We're going to take those 10 strokes to find where we want to spend the rest of our time on the machine. And that means we want to pay attention to our split, or our calories per hour, or our watts, and our stroke rate. So I'm going to do one last example for you, putting all of those 14 strokes together. Half, half, three-quarters, full. Not 14 strokes, 19 strokes. Half, half, three-quarters, full. High 5, power 10. The power 10, you could call it a lengthened 10, whatever you want to call it. The goal behind it, today I am going to go for 24 stroke rate and my 2K average pace. So call it a 150, okay? So that means I have to go from that 44 stroke rate, I need to lengthen out and get to that 24. Okay, I'll call it out as I do it. So ready? Ready, all. Rope, half, half, three-quarters, full, high 5. Power 10. In that high 5 is it gets the flywheel spinning really fast, and then when I add in my power 10, it feels easier getting to my target stroke rate and power output. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.